We're primarily a structural engineering firm. We work on tall, super tall buildings. We work on a large number of stadiums and arenas around the world.
I'm a forensic structural engineer. I look at buildings that are broken or structures that are broken. I figure out how to fix them and what went wrong.
I work on a lot of existing building office fit-out projects as well as ground-up construction.
Information management is a tremendous challenge. We need to share projects and share data around the globe with our project teams.
When something goes wrong, our clients want to know what the issue is. The uncertainty surrounding the problem is almost worse sometimes than the problem itself.
I would say some of our biggest challenges are coordinating with other trades, architects and mechanical engineers, and just exchanging information, as well as just keeping track of our own internal information between the project team.
We routinely share files between our design centers in the US as well as our design centers overseas. In addition to that, our partners want to collaborate with us real time as well.
We'll receive submittals or RFIs, months in advance of construction, and then when it comes time for construction, someone will ask us a question of like, oh, well, wasn't there an RFI about this?
And we often work on emergency responses where there isn't a lot of time to do anything but to look at the site, to get the shoring in place, and to start fixing what went wrong.
We really need a system of good organization and constant file sharing.
A big deal for us is figuring out what the really important thing is, or what part we really need to focus on and address. So getting through a lot of photos and documents, and
there's a lot of late nights spent, reviewing shop drawings and trying to get them out.
Understanding our job site, understanding our building, and documenting it quickly is really important to a forensics engineer.
For many years, we attempted and had false starts in developing our own applications or our own field tools. We did not really have a lot of success.
We would spend a day collecting our information and another day at least processing the report. Especially if we look at a failure that's not local to our office, then it could take months to produce a report.
We had to, again, log by hand all the information we were receiving by email because there was no system in place that sort of captured all of it.
Until something is, better than, a pen and paper, that it's not effective in the field. And so that was what a lot of our engineers gave us feedback to was, listen, if I can still do it faster with a roll of plans or 11 by 17 in the field, that's what we're going to use. Newforma's tools really fit aspects in our design process or our work process where we had gaps.
What we used to do on a sheet of paper, we loaded into the Newforma Plan app. When we send people to field, they drop their pins, collect their photos and their notes, relate those to those specific locations, and then all of their information follows our standards. They aren't making up new words in field. They know exactly what we're looking for. We can get somebody up and running in field with a 1-hour explanation before they go to site.
Now it's become really a holistic tool that goes from office to field and allows us to have that sort of communication from our forensic side.
Instead of having 1 hour in field for 1 hour in the office, we have 5 to 10 hours in field for 1 hour in the office.
With Newforma, we receive an email notification and we can go view that RFI. We log in and we can see all of the RFIs that are outstanding for us, when we receive them and when they're anticipating them to be back.
But now instead of having to do a lot of work on the back end to correlate what we get in field, we can seamlessly pass the information back and forth from our tablets to our models. In the short term, the impact is that our reports go out faster.
We might respond to 20 RFIs in a single day, and rather than having to respond to all those RFIs and then sit down at the computer again and log all of those RFIs and what they were and when we responded and what we said, Newforma does that for us.
That we really can explain what we're finding much more quickly, and that helps us focus our investigations in a way that's more efficient and leads us to repair the structures more quickly.
It gives us more time to work on the engineering portion rather than spending time tracking what we're doing.
In a grand scheme, it means that the sites get fixed faster. The problems are addressed in a more systematic way, and everybody gets their structures back, their buildings back faster.
When I ask a question as the CIO, or someone asks me, one of our senior leadership, of, why do we need Newforma? I send them to the engineers. I send them to the customers and say, just go ask them. Because I find that the engineers in the office using the tool are the biggest advocate. They really love it, and that's the difference. So if I try to take it away, there would probably be a revolt.